Well, good afternoon all, and another first for me. It's one of the Audi A3 E-Tron, which is a hybrid, has the 1.4 TFSI engine. The car's rated at 200 brake horsepower, and they're giving combined figures, which seems a bit hard to believe, of 166 miles per gallon. Seems hard to believe. Anyway, I've still got to do quite a lot of research myself to get a full understanding of these, but I'll do my best to go around and give you an idea and show you what the functions and so forth are. This one's a March 2018. It's finished in Cosmos Blue, so a metallic of some sort. Probably not showing its best in this light. They get the deep grille, peculiar to the E-Tron. You can see the E-Tron logo in the front there. Got daylight running. It's got headlight wash. Gets these fairly distinctive multi-spoke wheels, which I think the E-Trons generally seem to have adopted. Get the logo in the front wing there. It's got green tint to the glass. Stub area on the roof. You've got parking to the rear. It's those rectangular, I suppose they are. Rhombus? No, can't remember. Anyway, lower grille diffusers there, finishers. Couple of charging cables and a controller of some sort. I think one is for fast charging, one is for mains charging. So not really as ginned up as I hope to be for the time this exercise is finished. So I'm assuming the batteries are taking place of where the spare wheel would be, so we're going to have a compressor, a spare locking wheel nut compressor, and the glug in there for emergency get you home, triangle and so forth in there. Folding seats, look like they're 2/3. Quite straight on the body. There's a couple of small dents actually, which we've got the dent man coming tomorrow, Monday rather, to sort out, but they're very, very minor. Might be able to see one in that front door, but that'll come out with cold dressing. Cloth trim, sort of sports Recaro style with the leg extensions. Quite a nice combination. We've got cruise and pedal shift over the other side there, which you can see clearly from this side. Has got a set of overmats. I've just wet backed them so they're drying as we speak. Got the E-Tron logo in the door trim. We've got sort of grey headlining, so neither light nor dark. Speakers in the door, window, what do you expect? It does have Isofix in the front seat. So at the back, 2 Isofix positions, 3 adult belts, which is fairly normal. Headrests adjustable. Just taking a look out. Even though it just appears, it's obviously the A3 body shell, but just the finish on the whole car just feels better. I don't know, it's the weight of the batteries in the car that give the appearance of. So I was just looking for front parking. No, there's not. So we've got electric child locks mirrors, windows, fuel release, lock override, manual lifter on the seats, and that is a tilt, I think, on the right hand side there, because your front back is on the left, so there must be some sort of tilt there. Auto lights, and then we've got ease keyless entry as well, so to enter the car, as long as you've got the key in your pocket, you just get into the car. You can close it on the locks or the button. So we've got keyless start down here. I've got the key in my pocket. That lights the gauges up. To the left hand side there, you've got a rev count, and you've also got a gauge to tell you when the car's charging. So initially when I looked at these, I thought 20 or 30 miles on electric was what uses that, but the reality is if you're using it locally, that will cover pretty much most of the things that you want to do locally. And if you're on a longer journey, you can start off on electric while you're probably in a built-up area, drive it to another town, city, by which time it's got sufficient charge to run through the city on electric again. So not quite as useless as I thought it was when I first started to look at them. I've been impressed with everything I've touched on this so far. But it's all a bit of a learning curve. Right, we've only got 4 miles of electric left on this. I did drive the car yesterday to get the aircon. We've got the later gas in, we don't have it, so I had to take it over to a colleague to get that sorted. Anyway, it's just been recently regassed, so the aircon's working as it should. It's got dual zone, and you've got heated seats there, which doesn't come on all of them. They're just heated controls, defrost, and you've got dual zone, so you can have different temperatures and different size. That is a button to do with the electric. I can't remember what that's for at the moment. That's traction override, and that'll bring that panel down. We've got navigation in there, telephone, DAB radio, and then you can connect external music media on there, either via Bluetooth or there's a couple of cables, one of which I think is in the glove box. There is a cable here, USB end on it, but you can do it. I think on some of the older phones you have to plug them in if the Bluetooth won't connect, but most of the modern phones you can connect straight in. It's got we're there. It's got smartphone, the Audi Connect, which is their subscribed information, but a smartphone on there. So it's another function with the more recent phones you can plug in. Looks like we've got automatic handbrake and parking brake there. What else have we got? Right, cruise control down the bottom here, paddle shifts for the gearbox, so you can override. Then the auto, you can pick it up on the paddles. She's done just clicked 42,000 miles. It is just the one owner. It was Audi themselves had the car. Audi Finance are in the logbook, and they are the only keeper. It was locally owned by someone in Huntington, I noticed on one of the service sheets. So it's got a local car, which is good. 200 brake horsepower they're rated at. The 1.4 engine generally would be, I would have thought, about 150, so I don't know whether they've combined the electric and the petrol to come to that figure. But anyway, an interesting car. It's our first sort of peep into it all properly. We've had service cars in for a while now, but there'll be a learning curve no doubt to be had, but very impressed so far.